Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Coalcracker. Today we're going to be making chili, and chili is one of those camp foods that is extremely comforting. It's good all year round, and what I really find the most interesting about chili is that everybody I talk to makes it different. There's always a different twist you can put on it. So yeah, I'm going to show you what I make. My mom showed me this recipe, and it's what her mom also made. So it's sort of what type of chili we make in our family. Now my dad has his version, my wife has her version, my friends have their version. So that's what's cool about it. But this is my version. Sometimes I change it up, but this is pretty much how we do it all the time. So for this recipe, you're going to need the following ingredients. So first thing we want to do with this recipe is put our 1.5 to 2 pounds of meat into our Dutch oven. We're going to just let that get browned up pretty well, and while that's happening is a perfect time to cut up our peppers, our garlic, and our onion. You could vary how much garlic you put in. I put about a clove of garlic in. I mince it up, and that seems to be about right for me, but you can adjust that depending on how you like it. Same with the onions and peppers. I'm just using what I had at hand before I came out. So I have this stuff with me. Now I'm gonna get this all cut up, and then as soon as that meat is good and browned, we're gonna add it to it. Okay, the meat is now nice and brown, so I'm gonna start to add my onion. Get all that in there. My garlic, peppers, and I'll mix all this together and let that cook just for a little bit more before we add any wet ingredients. One extra thing you can add is a beef bouillon cube. I get a little bit of that oil in the middle and I just drop that in. I'll let that dissolve for about 30 seconds to a minute, crush it, and then just mix it in with my meat before I put in my wet ingredients. The next step is to add your tomato sauce into this mixture, and then with each can that you put in, what I like to do is I like to take some water, fill that can back up. It's just giving it more liquid. We're going to cook it out anyway, and add that in. And then I'm also going to take my tomato soup, put that in. Again, just some water in that can. Mix it around a little bit to get that little extra that's stuck in the can out of there. Add this in. At this point now I'm going to just let this cook for a while. I'm going to mix it every so often. As soon as it seems like it's all broken down and mixed together, we're going to start adding some seasonings. So everything is now looking really good. It's all mixed together. We want to, of course, add our beans. I just use red kidney beans. So I just dump those in. You could use the dark red too. I usually use those, but this is what I had around. So this is what we're gonna go with. Get the rest of those out. All right. Of course, black pepper. We want to add some pepper in there. So sprinkle that on. And this is the part that I think most people struggle with, is the chili powder. They just don't put enough chili powder in. And trust me guys, it is very good to add enough chili powder. You want that good chili taste to it. So I just have here a normal jar. There's about 1/3 of a jar, and I still think I might need a little bit more, but I'm gonna put enough in. I can always add a little bit more later, but I want to make sure I get enough in there. Now that probably seems to some people like they're going to stroke out due to that, because I get it all the time, but it really gives it that good hearty chili taste. And for how much ingredients I have in there, that's really not too much. I'm saving a little bit in case I need to add more down the road. So let's just mix this up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put our lid on. We're going to keep this at a slow simmer until it cooks down into a meatier, thicker style chili. This really isn't a watery, soupy style chili. It's really more of a thick style, so it goes really good with if you have a good hard roll or some biscuits or something like that. Cornbread, anything like that will do good. All right, boys and girls, so my chili, I just checked it, is about the consistency that I want it. I'm gonna take this off and show you and give it a taste, what I've been waiting for all morning. So you could see around where I got this, what consistency, and if I wanted to, which I might end up doing, is cooking this a little bit longer, but that's about the consistency we're looking for this style of chili. So let's give the good old taste test, see how it came out. Still hot. Awesome. Got a little bit of smoke there blowing me, but man, so good. Perfect consistency, has that good chili taste. All them spices work together. It's awesome. So good. So easy. Definitely give this recipe a try. It's a great camp food. I know everybody I camp with always loves it when I make it, so I'm sure you will too. This was Dan Wowak with Coalcracker Bushcraft. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, check us out over at coalcrackerbushcraft.com. And until the next video, stay in the woods and keep eating good, guys. Awesome.